Oliver wasn't the only New Orleans jazz royalty to check out the scene in San Francisco. Even in Chicago, Jelly Roll Morton's trip out west was the talk of the town.
So we finally come up to San Francisco. I can see him now with that overcoat on. He was a kind of a thin, featured fella. You'd look at him at first, it's the way he held his mouth, but you look at him, his mouth looked like it was twisted, like it had some kind of a slight stroke or something, but I don't think it was. See? And he had characteristic in them days, a lot of gold in his teeth.
Well, before long, Jelly Roll opened up a club in the district right around the corner from Purcell's. He called it the Jupiter and brought in a 10-piece band. Anita Gonzalez, the love of his life, Mama Anita, was by his side.
I met him standing on the corner. I said, "Hello there, LeProtti." I said, "Well, hello, Jelly, what you doing up here?" "Man, I'm going to go to town." I said, "What are you going to do now?" "Well, I'm opening a joint right over there, so I'm going to close you up. So I'm going to really put on a show, see?" He said, "How much money did they pay your men over there?" I said, "Why?" "Well, I'm going to give them $50 a week." He said, "I'm going to take all your men." That's just how he was, just how boastful he was. And then on the other hand, that sometimes you'd catch him in just right mood. He was a swell guy, but very characteristic, see? Looked like sometime he had something that was itching him all the time. He had to scratch it and it was irritating him, and he'd have to get it out of his system, see? Because he had no right to tell me he was going to take my band.
The Barbary Coast was Sin City with a rugged western edge, but you could count on hearing the best music and seeing the latest dances. The district was already famous for inventing the grizzly bear and the bunny hug when the Texas Tommy came along and made news everywhere.
There was Texas Tommy dance, was practically originated there. It was danced all over. We had two very good dancers, a Scandinavian boy, they called Dutch Mike. And he came around practically every night, and he danced with the Negro girls, Mary Dewson, a little bit, who was very good Texas Tommy dancers, and Johnny Peters. And Johnny was a waiter in our place. Well, naturally, it spread all over, just like any other famous dance. And they danced it for such characters as Mose Gunts and the Chinatown guides that used to bring all the tourists through Chinatown and all the places through Purcell's. It used to be quite interesting. We had the mayor of the town that was very famous in them days at the officials, and the mayor would send parties down with a personal card, and we'd entertain them. This Texas Tommy dance.
There were many good years on the Barbary Coast when music and dance flourished. Then the city fathers launched a morality crusade to clean up its dark side in 1917 and set off the long, slow decline of Terrific Street. Sid LeProtti was there for the best of it. In all, he put in 20 years on the piano bench at Purcell's.
And one thing I'll remember is one of the last pieces that we played, the night that the officers walked in and closed everything down. This was the last number that I remember playing. "Baby, won't you please come home?"